You can hear that it's closed.
You know it's black.
No salt coming out, keeps it really nice and fresh. That's what I love about the Ziploc Easy Zipper. Zip, zip.
Ziploc Easy Zipper, designed with you in mind, as a family company.
Rex and the beige carpet. Now, whatever dirt Rex drags in, Resolve just for steam machines takes them out. Sooner or later, you'll need Resolve for steam machines. Eliminates odors.
The latest thing in skin is for your face. New Dove Cleanse Pillows puff with a nutrient-enriched lather to instantly nourish skin. Your face glow every day. Cleanse Pillows, new from Dove Face.
Introducing Ultimates from Nestle Toll House. New Ultimates are bake-at-home cookies like you've never seen before. They're bigger, more decadent, with combinations like chip macadamia nut and chocolate chip lovers with 3 kinds of chocolate. It's the ultimate cookie indulgence.
Here we go.
But will your family notice? New Ultimates from Nestle Toll House. Try all 4 and bake the very best.
CBS Monday. The Grand Prix comes to CSI Miami. It's the world's fastest race. And now, it's the most deadly.
Hands went first, wicked up like a candle.
Human Torch.
Accidents happen. So does murder.
All new CSI Miami, CBS Monday.
It was a place all America loved.
Come on, say I'm braced. Now take a trip back to Mayberry with the original cast. Join Andy Griffith, Ron Howard, Don Knotts, and Jim Nabors. Very special reunion.
I wish we could do it again.
The Andy Griffith Show Back to Mayberry, CBS Tuesday.
The fun-to-drive 2003 Toyota Corolla was named a Consumer's Digest Best Buy. With styling and fuel efficiency that passes everything in its... which means you'll love your Corolla as much as you'll love this deal. Get $500 cash back on the stylish 2004 Toyota Corolla. See your local dealer today or visit buyatoyota.com.
You won't believe it's Sully, Celia, and Mike as Disney on Ice presents Disney Pixar's Monsters, Inc. It's unbelievable. See the monster-rific mayhem. Our family screaming with laughter.
Oh, they're so awesome.
Disney on Ice presents Disney Pixar's Monsters, Inc.
Well, isn't that...
Playing Asheville Civic Center December 16th and 17th and Bilo Center December 19th through 21st.
Yes?
You married us 30 and I've decided it's not for me. Here.
We're so sure you'll love Charter high-speed internet. Satisfied in the first 30 days? We'll refund your money. Get Charter's fastest residential internet speed available for only $29.99 a month. There are no long-term contracts and free install. Call now to get this risk-free offer.
Working without health insurance. The story at 11. Coming up on News Channel 7, an attack on a U.S. military helicopter leaves a South Carolina soldier dead. The story is up on the news.
You put a lot into your day, and the day puts a lot into your skin. So get everything you want. Introducing Olay Daily Facials Express. Each Olay wet cloth has a lift and lock texture that corners dirt and makeup the leading cleansers leave behind, leaving you with nothing but conditioned skin. So get the most out of your day and your skin. Olay, lift and love the skin you're in.
We knew our Bissell Pro Heat was gifted. But out cleaning every other deep cleaner in his class?
We're extremely proud. That built-in heater of his, just precious.
In fact, he's the only upright deep cleaner in the neighborhood who has one. And 6 rows of bristles.
Our other kids don't even have bristles.
Get the machine that outcleans all the rest. Bissell. We mean clean.
We try not to play favorites.
But I mean, come on.
From Hallmark Hall of Fame. As a boy, he was with her the night her father disappeared.
You're gonna be okay.
Now, 30 years later...
I'm Terry McQuinn. I knew you when you were a little girl.
See you again soon. Bye.
Fate is giving him a chance to uncover the past.
I never knew my father.
I'd like to show you something. Sometimes things are better left the way they are.
Jolie Richardson and Academy Award nominee Gary Sinise.
I've been waiting a long time for this.
Hallmark Hall of Fame's Fallen Angel, November 23rd. Walking away from marriage was the hardest choice of Amy's life.
You do not need a man to validate your existence.
Now she'll face the consequences of following her heart.
I suggest you take some time in therapy.
A shrink?
An all-new Judging Amy, CBS Tuesday.
Monday, Dave's all new with the very funny Norm Macdonald, plus Jack Hanna's Animals, and Andrew, the latest Survivor castaway. Then Tuesday, don't miss Madonna, now your local news.
Coming up on News Channel 7, members of an upstate community who knew some of the victims of a deadly shooting prepare to say goodbye. Find out if a fire at an upstate textile plant will continue to affect your morning commute tomorrow. And even if you work, you may not be able to afford health insurance. It's a trend that could leave all of us footing the bill. The story is coming up on the news.
Live and on your side, this is News Channel 7 at 11.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Mao. The 4 victims in the Superbike motorsports shooting will be laid to rest tomorrow. And as family and friends prepare to say goodbye, many gathered at church services this morning to support each other and to pray for the families. As News Channel 7's Susie Falero explains, the church family of 2 of the victims wants them to be remembered in a special way.
Days after the shootings at Superbike Motorsports, the community is still in excruciating pain.
There was disbelief, there was shock, and pain and anguish.
At the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Boiling Springs, members gathered to renew their faith and to remember fellow church members, 30-year-old Scott Ponder and his 52-year-old mother, Beverly Guy.
And particularly today, I felt like I needed to come and be with my brothers and sisters and to be buoyed up, to share this tragedy together.
We did have some discussion today about how terrible tragedies like this can happen and how a God who you believe in is a joyous and wonderful and happy God can allow such things to happen.
How do you think Scott should be remembered?
A happy guy, a friendly guy, a humble guy, somebody that would be willing to do whatever he could for you, whenever he could do it.
And Beverly, who joined the church about 6 months ago, will be remembered in much the same way, always willing to help.
I just enjoyed seeing her, smiling face, that she'd come in and sit down and be a part of the congregation.
Still, they feel faith will help these families endure the pain.
After the pain is over, we'll all make it through.
In Spartanburg County, Susie Falero, News Channel 7.
And tomorrow there will be a combined funeral service for Scott Ponder and Beverly Guy at 11 a.m. at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints that's in Boiling Springs. A graveside service will be held at 2 o'clock at Heritage Memorial Gardens for Chris Sherbert. And at 3 o'clock, services are planned for Brian Lucas at Gaffney's First Baptist Church. Upstate authorities are taking precautions to make sure no one tampers with the crime scene at Superbike Motorsports. They've put up a barricade. Now, this barricade was not up yesterday when our crews went out to the scene. Authorities say it could be days or longer before they're finished with processing the crime scene. Also, the detour signs are still up if you have to travel through the area. If you have any information about this crime, you're asked to please call Spartanburg County Sheriff's Office. That's 596-2616. The fire is out at an upstate textile plant. The U.S. finishing plant caught fire Thursday night and continued to burn through much of the day yesterday. Investigators don't know what caused the blaze, but they believe it began near some machinery. They hope to get a closer look tomorrow. The fire forced the closure of a couple of roads. Authorities reopened Highway 253 today, and they plan to reopen Old Buncombe Road by daybreak. It was a chilly day today, and we can expect a cool start to our morning as well. Meteorologist Mark Johnson joins us now with more.
That's right, Chris. A chilly day today, but in the morning, we're actually going to see some patchy frost across the upstate of South Carolina and portions of western North Carolina, as you can see there. That'll be overnight into the early hours of the morning as we see temperatures dropping down into the middle 30s across much of the upstate. Freeze warning in effect, though, across the southern mountains of western North Carolina. The central and northern mountains have already seen a hard freeze this year, so they're going to not be under that freeze warning, but of course freezing temperatures across the mountains. We'll take a look at that forecast when I come back in just a few minutes.
President Bush is making his way to the upstate. He'll be in the area tomorrow to raise money for his campaign. He'll also take a close look at the BMW plant. Now, he's scheduled to speak at 4:30 tomorrow afternoon at the Palmetto Expo Center. About 800 supporters are expected to be in attendance at a cost of $2,000 a plate. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for News Channel 7 at 5:30. We'll bring you full details of his visit. The Defense Department says that the staff sergeant killed when a helicopter was shot down in Iraq is from Fort Mill. Staff Sergeant Paul M. Neff II was 37 years old. Neff was riding in a Black Hawk helicopter when it was shot down Friday in Tikrit, that is Saddam Hussein's hometown. 5 other soldiers were killed in the incident. The U.S. military retaliated for the attack this weekend by bombing Tikrit. Working without insurance is becoming a common practice for many of us. Learn how that trend is affecting those living in the Carolinas.
I love this time of year when it's cold. Have the oven going and the smell of apple pie. We have a large family. No matter what activity we get together for, there's always food present. The kitchen is the most important room in our home. I don't know what I would do without Walmart Supercenter. It makes everything easier. It's great to only have that one stop. Fruits, vegetables, meat. It's always fresh. Quality is great. I get everything that I need at Walmart. And I love the low prices. Walmart Supercenter is great for our family. Look, Mom,
there's no place like home.
This holiday season, the magic begins at Lowe's. Decorations and the very latest in holiday lights. Even trees with lights already on them. And only Lowe's, the Carrolltown collection.
Qué bonito.
Lowe's has low prices every day, guaranteed.
Holidays, you can't beat home.
Lowe's, improving home improvement.
And Mark's here to look at our weather. So cooler tomorrow morning. Cool tomorrow morning.
Yeah, cold in the morning. In fact, across Western Carolina, where they're going to see temperatures right around freezing. We're now got temperatures outside that are cool, but just wait until the first thing in the morning. When you wake up, it's going to be even colder. Let's take a look at our highs for today. These were about 8 to 9 degrees below where they should have been for this time of the year. As you can see, Asheville made only to 51 today, Spartanburg 54, and Greenville 55 degrees. And right, we're in the 40s in the upstate, 42 in Greenville, 42 in Spartanburg. It's 38 right now in Asheville. Overnight, as we mentioned, the patchy frost across the upstate is possible in some of the outlying areas. Freeze warning in effect for the southern mountains of western North Carolina. We have seen mostly clear skies today, just a few clouds back to our west. See some high thin cloudiness overnight tonight. We'll wake up in the morning to around 35 in the upstate in Greenville. Our Advantage True View forecast shows by noon, 6 degrees and warming up. And by 4 p.m. when the present town, right around 59 degrees, a little milder than today, just a few clouds. Asheville starting off near freezing, 33 in the morning, 51, still chilly by noon, and we're looking at a temperature at 4 p.m., right around 55 degrees with a mixture of sunshine and clouds. High pressure will dominate our weather in the morning. That means cool weather to start the day. Showers will move off the South Carolina coast as that high also moves off the coast. Winds become more southerly by the time Tuesday rolls around. We'll see warmer weather, and then by Wednesday, still in advance of this cold front, we will see even warmer weather with temperatures into the middle 70s by Wednesday. The front, though, moves through late Wednesday, bringing us a chance of showers and also cooler weather behind it. Tomorrow, though, right around the lower 60s across the Abbeville, Greenwood, Anderson area to Elberton, Georgia, right around 62. And then as we head a little further north in the upstate, 59 in Spartanburg, Lawrence, right around 60 degrees. The Advantage True View forecast shows some clouds out there, but a lot of blue sky as well. 58 in Walhalla in the morning, actually in the afternoon. 55 in Waynesville, 56 in Brevard, and in the mid-50s across the rest of western North Carolina. Rutherford, right around 58 degrees. Here's a look at our next 7 days and what we're expecting for it. Right around 59 degrees tomorrow and then 60 on Tuesday. So we are going to see a warming trend. 75 on Wednesday with a chance of showers Wednesday into Wednesday night, and then Thursday becoming partly cloudy. Cool though, 65 by then. 59 on Friday with a mixture of clouds and sunshine. Morning lows getting back into the 30s by then. And for the mountains, 55 tomorrow, 62 on Tuesday. Partly cloudy skies the next couple days, and then that chance of showers on Wednesday. Wednesday's high right around 66 degrees. Cooler by Thursday with a high of 55, and then we're looking at the lower 30s for Friday, Saturday, and highs only 50 degrees by the time the next weekend rolls around with partly cloudy skies and another chance of showers by Sunday.
Yeah, you know, it's cool, but I should have known better. I talked to my mom yesterday in Chicago. I tried to tell her it was cooler down here, but...
Doesn't play. They had snow flurries yesterday, and
did.
Further north, Minneapolis, 15 degrees yesterday morning.
Goodness. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Cold. Yes. Thanks, Mark. All over the country, the cost of health care has been going up so fast, companies big and small have cut back or even cut out medical coverage for their workers. Also, insurers have raised health care premiums an average of 16% this year. This is more than many low-income employees can afford, so the number of Americans with no health insurance at all is no more than 43 million. Lucky Severinson has more of the story in tonight's 7 on Your Medical Report.
Getting health care is less of a problem for the poorest in America because many are covered by Medicaid and other government programs. Those hurting the most are low and middle income workers. Ron Pollock with Families USA says many Americans have the wrong picture of those who are uninsured.
The reality is that the overwhelming majority of people who are uninsured are in working families. The stereotype about the uninsured is way off.
And your current employer?
I clean houses.
Okay.
Christy Lyles is married with 3 children. Her oldest daughter works a full-time and part-time job and still can't afford health insurance. Her husband is trying to start a new company.
Until we can afford the price of insurance, because I heard it's like $1,000 a month for a family now. So I'm like, you know, we can afford that right now.
She brought her youngest, Jordan, with a high fever to this clinic in Orlando called Shepherd's Hope, one of several operated by St. Luke's Lutheran Church. The number of uninsured Americans rose last year to over 43 million. That may be one reason why polls show that 60% of Americans worry that they will find themselves without insurance sometime in the future.
The situation is getting worse. Healthcare costs are rising. More and more employers are passing on those costs to their workers.
Recent polls show that an increasing number of Americans favor some sort of universal coverage, even if it means higher taxes.
Workers in the Carolinas aren't exempt from this problem. More of them are turning to the area's free clinics for help. However, the free clinics are dealing with budget woes and are having to turn some people away. Here are some shocking figures that I found for you showing the problem in both Carolinas. South Carolina has nearly 340,000 uninsured full-time workers. In North Carolina, the figure is more than doubled, with nearly 825,000 full-time employees working without health insurance. NASCAR crowns its final Winston Cup champion this afternoon at The Rock. Coming up in sports, Todd Summers tells us how they threw out the welcome mats in this year's winner.
What's in the back? It's Kix, can't you tell? Is it good? Yeah, very good. Has it got any marshmallows? No. Sugar frosting? Nope. Well, what's in it? I'm hungry. You'll see.
What Kix has is a corn crunch that kids like. And Kix is low in sugar. That's what moms like.
This is good. Yeah, but they're very hard to open. Yeah.
Kix, kid tested, mother approved.
You won't believe your eye. It's Sully, Celia, and Mike as Disney on Ice presents Disney Pixar's Monsters, Inc. It's unbelievable. See the monster-rific mayhem that will have your family screaming with laughter.
Ooh, they're so awesome.
Disney on Ice presents Disney Pixar's Monsters, Inc.
Well, isn't that nice?
Playing Asheville Civic Center December 16th and 17th and Vilo Center December 19th through 21st.
Look again, look again. It's Ford truck season, and it's time to check out the pickup everyone's talking about. The only truck that's earned the right to be the next F-150. Plus, the #1 selling Ford Ranger has been totally restyled, and it's here. Get 0% or up to $4,750 cash back on all remaining 2003 Rangers. And pick up a Toby Keith poster at your Carolina dealer.
Where you been? Look again.
It's time to clean up with Stihl outdoor power equipment. Stihl blowers are lightweight and surprisingly powerful. See your Stihl retailer now for the BG55 handheld blower, just $159.95. For heavy-duty jobs and long-lasting value, move up to the Stihl BR340 backpack blower. It's just $299.95. Stihl products are sold only at authorized Stihl retailers. To find a retailer near you, look in the yellow pages under saws, call 1-800-GO-STIHL or visit StihlUSA.com.
This portion of News Channel 7 is brought to you by Stihl and your local Stihl retailers.
Overwhelming. I mean, you know, you're racing against the best of the best, and to win the championship is something beyond my wildest dreams.
Thanks to a fourth-place finish this afternoon in Rockingham, Matt Kenseth's dreams have come true. He is the 2003 Winston Cup champion. While he has won just one race all year, he has been incredibly consistent, finishing outside the top 14 only twice all season. As for the race itself, one of NASCAR's most popular drivers starts last and finishes first. Bill Elliott finds victory lane for the first time this season and the 44th time in his Winston Cup career. Jimmy Johnson comes home second, and Jeremy Mayfield third. Good evening, everyone. The goalpost went down, and so did the Seminoles. 24 hours later, Tiger Nation is still celebrating Clemson's dominating 26-10 win over third-ranked Florida State. The Tigers followed up their worst performance of the season with one of their best efforts ever in a big game. Clemson shut out one of the nation's best offenses in the first half and held the Seminole rushing attack to just 11 yards in the entire game. Perhaps lost in the mayhem with 4 field goals and 2 extra points, Aaron Hunt became the school's all-time leading scorer. Derek Hamilton surpassed Travis Zachary to become the Tigers' all-time leader in all-purpose yards, and Charlie Whitehurst's 272 yards passing pushed him past Woody Danzler as the school's single-season passing yardage record holder. All that was capped off after the game as Charlie Whitehurst handed Coach Bowden the game ball after leading Clemson to its first ever win over a top 3 team. We were down pretty low, but you know, we're not going to give up. You know, that ain't really Clemson style, but came out. We knew we were in the corner. You know, coaches, players, everybody. We just had to come out and get a win, and we did.
The media will have to determine how big it was, or the administration will have to determine how big it is. A big win for me. I thought it was a big win for the players and for Clemson. That's pretty much how I look at it. The other is out of my control and out of my hands. So.
In his post-game press conference, Bobby Bowden supported his son, saying there is no doubt he can get the job done, adding that all the talk about Tommy losing his job at the end of the season is certainly unwarranted. Tommy and the Tigers get ready to host Duke next weekend. Without the services of Stephen Davis, the Panthers look to knock off the defending Super Bowl champions for the second time this season. Sounds like a daunting task, but Tampa Bay defensive end Simeon Rice provided all the motivation Carolina needed earlier in the week when he guaranteed a win over Carolina. Perhaps guarantees just don't mean what they used to. Deshaun Foster is in, Stephen Davis out with an injured ankle. First quarter, Brad Johnson throws the interception. Mike Minter is there to return it 30 yards for the touchdown. Panthers up 7-0. Third quarter, Jake Delhomme drops back and finds Ricky Prohl wide open for a 66-yard touchdown. Panthers up 20-7, but the Bucs are defending Super Bowl champions for a reason. They battle back. Fourth quarter, Brad Johnson with a 37-yard touchdown pass to Keenan McCardle. Great grab here. The Bucs up by 1. They add a field goal to take a 4-point lead with about 2 minutes to play. The Panthers drive downfield, just over a minute to go. Jake Delhomme finds Steve Smith for a 5-yard touchdown. It's the game winner as Carolina knocks off Tampa Bay 27-24. Pete Hannity has more from Erickson Stadium.
Todd, this is life with Jake Delhomme, a guy who will make you frown one moment and smile the next. Again today, he found a way simply to get the Panthers a quality win.
I think when we go to a street fight, we come ready to go. You know, we have a lot of fight in this team and a lot of character, and I think it showed today. You know, we looked like we were almost down and out, but we fought back and came out with a big victory.
Football's football. This is entertainment. Can't take this personal, but it's always great to have a win. And they showed us why they're the Super Bowl champs, and we gave them a great game. And that's all there is to it.
It's a season sweep of the Super Bowl's defending champion and certainly control of the NFC South for Carolina. In Charlotte, Pete Hannity, News Channel 7 Sports.
Thanks, Pete. Atlanta trying to snap a 7-game losing streak and finally get Coach Reeves his 200th career win this afternoon in the Meadowlands. The Giants playing host to the Falcons, and the Falcons get it done. Work done. 45-yard touchdown run. Falcons up 7-zip. Done. 178 yards rushing on the day as the Falcons finally snapped that 7-game losing streak. Dan Reeves finally picks up his 200th career win as Atlanta knocks off New York 27-7. To some guys with local ties getting it done this afternoon, former Riverside High star Brandon Bennett finds the end zone for the first time this season, and the 6th time in his pro career. Bennett hauls in a 6-yard touchdown reception to help the Bengals to a win over the Texans. Bennett, the former Gamecock, kicks it done, and so does former Clemson Tiger Rod Gardner. Gardner not only catches a 14-yard touchdown pass, but he also throws a 10-yard touchdown pass as the Redskins upset the Seahawks 27-20. To a different kind of football, USCS playing host to UNC Pembroke in the championship game of the Peach Belt Conference Tournament. Almir Barbosa scores with about 3 minutes to go in regulation, and the Rifles win it in a shootout. Final score 2-1, so congratulations to the Mighty Rifles as they get it done on the PGA Tour. Chad Campbell wins the Tour Championship his first ever win.
Wow.
Comes in the PGA Tour Championship. First time that's ever
Not bad. Not bad. Stay with us. More weather in just a moment.
After further review, the Millers were first to the red strata.
Look, there's another one.
During the Dodge year-end sales drive, grab our best deals, like 0% financing for 60 months or up to $4,000 in cash allowances. All with Dodge's 7-year or 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
We'll take it.
Hurry to your Dodge dealer and see how good the best values in America can be.
If the open road is calling you, then take that road to Masters RV, the Upstate's only Jayco and Potomac dealer. The highest quality, incredible value is what you'll find when you see our huge selection of travel trailers, fifth wheels, fold-downs, and motorhomes. Check us out in Greenwood and Spartanburg. Either place, we promise you'll be impressed. For all your RV needs, sales, and service, it's Masters RV. In Spartanburg off 85 at Upper Valley Falls Road, and in Greenwood at the intersection of 221 and 246.
Do not adjust your stance. Bargain House will make it clear it's the place for home decor,
florals,
framed art, jewelry, and collectibles, books, toys, and tools, too. Gifts for every occasion to fit any budget. It's missing to be thrifty to shop at the Bargain House.
Quality merchandise at budget prices. Shop at Bargain House. You'll be amazed.
And Mark's here with more weather, so chilly, cold in the morning.
Yeah, well, yeah, both. Chilly and cold across the area, 35 across the upstate, 56 by noon. Some patchy frost possible in the morning. Some of the outlying areas, 59 by 5 p.m. to greet the president as he makes his way to Greenville. 33 in the morning in the mountains, very cold up there. Some freezing conditions out there, 51 by noon. 55 will be the high, a mostly sunny morning, but a few more clouds by later in the day.
Thanks, Mark, and thank you for joining us. Join Julie, Fred, and Dan in the morning for News Channel 7 Daybreak. Good night.
What does it take to be a Weichert Realtor? Peggy Wilson knows. With offices on Main Street in Duncan across from River Falls and in Greenville at 5 Forks on Woodruff Road, Peggy Wilson and Associates know the reason they sell more is because they do more. Log on to WRPWA.com to find out just a few reasons to choose Weichert Realtors. Now in your neighborhood, Main Street, Duncan, and Woodruff Road, Greenville. Call 864-433-0090.
I was 17 years old and I was scared to death. But we were fighting for our freedom. There is nothing in this world more important to fight for.
This Veterans Day, take a moment to thank the men and women you know who put their lives in harm's way to stand up for the most important gift we have.
I didn't want to go to war, but I did. Would I go through it again? Yes, in a heartbeat.
Fly the colors and remember the heroes.
News Channel 7 is on your side. In a special medical report on Alzheimer's, Pamela Graham showed you how the disease is robbing one family.
You know I love you.
Could soon become a noose around all South Carolinians.
The year 2000, there were close to 44,000 people suffering from some form of dementia.
The projection is by 2025 that number just about doubles. What is the state doing for that?
Medical reporting that keeps you informed and aware. News Channel 7, we're on your side. Meteorologist Dan Bickford, News Channel 7 Daybreak.
In less than 30 minutes, one of these lottery players will attempt to win $1 million. The only question, which one? Let's find out. Will it be representing Pennsylvania, Tony Grissetto, or representing West Virginia, Bobby Burns, or representing Kentucky, Jimmy Miller? We'll find out, because tonight, from the incredible Venetian Hotel in the heart of Las Vegas, this is Powerball Instant Millionaire. And now, here's your host, Todd Newton.
Hello, everybody. Hi there. Thank you very much, Todd.
Good to see everyone. Welcome to Powerball Instant Millionaire, the show that can take that lottery ticket you're holding there and turn it into $1 million just like that. And we have three great players on our stage right now. Not only can they win a lot of money here, but you folks watching at home could pick up thousands of dollars along the way, too. Let's meet our players. We'll start with Tony from 40 Fort, Pennsylvania. I don't think I've ever met anyone from 40 Fort.
I doubt you have.
You have a lot of people in that town? Small town?
It's a small town, yes. It's near the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton area.
Okay, excellent. And what do you do there?
I'm a teacher.
Oh, good. And what age kids?
5th grade.
Fantastic. That, by the way, I'm not just saying this to butter you up, my favorite grade.
Mine too.
Okay, good. Good to have you here, Tony.
Thanks.
Bobby from West Virginia. Tell me about yourself, sir.
Well, I'm a first-class pipe fitter.
That means you're the best of the best, right?
That's right.
All right, we'd like to hear that. Only the best here on our show. Good to have you here, Bobby.
Thank you.
And Jimmy from Kentucky, from Rowdy, Kentucky. You guys get crazy there or what, Jimmy?
Sometimes.
Sometimes? What do you like to do for fun back there in Rowdy?
Buy lottery tickets, mostly.
That is my definition of rowdy. Good to have you here, Jimmy. All right, players, we are going to start off today's show by playing Crazy Eights. Let's deal out those cards after we shuffle them up. 18 cards, all between ace and 8. The 4s, as you know, go on top of the board. Your job is to find a card that raises a suit. That is what we are looking to do. Let's give each one of you $1,000. Tony, how about you start things off? Pick a card for me.
Number 2.
Number 2. Looking for a 5 or better in any suit here, Tony. And there's the 8 of diamonds. All right. Every time you find a good card, you get $100. And every time you find an 8, it locks off that suit. We will never take that down. There are 3 more 8s down here. I'll tell you, whoever finds the 4th one gets $8,888, wins this game. So, Tony, here's your $100. Are you going to look for another good card, or are you going to pass to Bobby?
I'm going to pass to Bobby.
Table's yours there, Bobby.
Okay. Yeah, let's try number 8.
Number 8. 5 or better and anything but the diamonds is what we need here. Do we have a good one? 6 of hearts. Yes, indeed. There's $100 for Bobby. Going to look for another good card or pass to Jimmy?
I'll pass to Jimmy.
Jimmy, it's your turn, sir.
Number 12.
Number 12. We are on a roll. Do we have another good card? Oh, no, the ace of spades. Jimmy, that's your first strike. 3 strikes, players. You're out of the game. Tony, we're back to you.
Number 4.
Number 4. She found an 8 last time. What did she find this time? She got us a 5, and that's not going to help. 5 of hearts. That's your first strike. Bobby?
Number 6.
Okay, let's go with number 6. Need a good card here. Spades are wide open. 6 is the 7 of spades. There we go. Like that. Bobby's got another $100. Game now worth over $7,000. You going to look for another one or pass to Jimmy?
I'm going to pass to Jimmy.
Okay. Bobby's got a routine going here. Jimmy, it's all you.
Number 9.
The old jab and move. All right, here we go. Number 9. Is this a good card for Jimmy? There's the 3 of hearts. No, Jimmy's got his second strike. Tony.
Okay. Number 13.
We still have 3 8s up there. Let's see if we can find a good one with number 13. Did we find something we can use? Ooh, no. 2 of spades. That one hurt. That's your second strike. Bobby, who likes to find a good card, then move on. Pick another one for me, sir.
Number 1.
Number 1. Does his hot streak continue? Sure does with the 8 of spades. Bobby says, well, you take away my 7 of spades, I'll see that, and raise it to an 8. Game is now worth over $8,000. Never take that 8 down. 2 more 8s on the board, Bobby. You are strike free. You going to look for another good card, or is it going to Jimmy?
I'm going to pass to Jimmy.
Okay, Jimmy. You have 2 strikes. You need a good card here, or you're out of this game.
Number 16.
Number 16, 4 better in the hearts, 5 are better in the clubs. Are you in or out? You are out with the 3 of clubs. That's your 3rd strike, Jimmy. Tony, same situation for you. You must find a 4 or better in the hearts or the clubs, or Bobby wins $8,338.
Okay. Number 17.
Let's go with number 17. Is Tony in this game, or does Bobby get the cash? Well, you're still in it with the 5 of clubs. There you go, Tony. You can exhale now. All right. You're still alive. You're in control. You're going to look for another good card or pass to Bobby?
I'm going to pass to Bobby.
Okay, Bobby.
I'm going to take number 3.
Let's go with number 3. Is this another good card for Bobby? Wow, look at this. The 8 of clubs. Bobby, every single card you've picked has been a good one. You don't have a single strike. Tony has 2. We have 1-8 remaining on that board, the 8 of hearts. Are you going to go look for it right now and try and bring this home? Or are you going to pass back to Tony and give her a shot at it, knowing it may not come back to you if she finds it? What are you going to do, Bobby?
5.
You're going to go for it?
5.
All right. Need a 4 or better in the hearts here, Bobby. Oh, nope. Ace of clubs. All right, that's your first strike. Tony, back to you. 4 or better to stay alive. 8 of hearts will win this game for you. Otherwise, Bobby gets the cash.
Okay. Number 11.
Number 11 it is. Is Tony still in this game, or does Bobby get the money? Well, that's not going to help us. Bobby, you got it. Tony leaves us with $1,200. Jimmy, $1,000 for you to take back to Rowdy, Kentucky. And Bobby from West Virginia got $8,388. One step closer to playing for $1 million. And we will be right back to play some high rollers. We'll do it right after this. Don't go away.
If terror strikes in South Carolina,
Are you okay?
they're our first line of defense. South Carolina's first responders. Tomorrow on News Channel 7 at 6, the new role of first responders goes beyond house fires and car wrecks.
We want to be ready for anything that could happen.
So are first responders ready for terrorism? News Channel 7's Tom Crabtree is on your side getting answers. He goes inside the state's Homeland Security Training Program to show you just how ready our first responders are.
Does money get in the way of doing a better job?
Tomorrow on News Channel 7 at 6.
You have a lot of great feelings when you buy a new car. But maybe the best one is relaxed. Ford Focus. Now with 100,000-mile, 5-year powertrain coverage. And it comes with 0% financing for 72 months or up to $3,750 cash back. Just so you won't feel like you're in too deep. Ford Focus, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Tired of arguing about which way to go and sick of asking strangers for directions? Looks like you're lost again. What you need is the Autopilot from AAA, the talking road navigator.
I-15 south.
Autopilot is as easy to use as a calculator. Just enter your current location, then put in your destination, and Autopilot tells you the best way to get there. It even tells you the miles and minutes.
2 hours, 35 minutes.
The Autopilot used global mapping technology to store over 100,000 trip routes. Plus, you can also access 80,000 different traveler services.
Shell. Exit in 3 minutes.
Look, you could spend thousands for a navigation system, or you can order the Autopilot for just 2 low payments of $19.95. Call now and we'll include this powerful AutoVac free. If you're not completely satisfied, return the Autopilot, but keep the AutoVac as our gift. Order now.
Order your Autopilot today. Call 1-800-475-0909 or send check or money order for $39.90 plus shipping and handling to the address on your screen.
One of these remaining lottery players hopes to become the next Powerball instant millionaire. Who will it be? Let's find out. Is it representing Delaware, Al Simon? Or representing Oregon, Helen Wheeler? Or representing South Carolina, Ken Murray? Welcome back, the Powerball Instant Millionaire.
While our players are making their way up to the stage, everybody's patting them on the back, shaking their hands, congratulating them. Let me remind you that you could be one of these folks that everybody's cheering on. All you have to do is go out and pick up a Powerball Instant Millionaire game ticket right after the show. And who knows, you could send it in and be on your way to Las Vegas before you know it. Al, you're representing Delaware, and you're playing for your wife, Sharon. Is that correct?
Yes, I am.
What do you guys do back there in Delaware?
We try and relax as much as we can.
There you go. All right. And you're from Newark?
Yes.
Nice little part of town?
Beautiful.
Excellent.
Wouldn't move out of there.
All right, good. It's good to have you here in Las Vegas with us. Let's go to Helen, representing Newburgh, Oregon. You have a couple cats at home, I see.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, what are their names?
Spooky and Andy.
Spooky and Adley.
Yes.
And Spooky and Adley are hopefully going to give you some good luck so you can get some money to pay off a student loan for a grandson, right?
Spooky's black, but she's good luck.
Okay, good. All right. As long as she doesn't walk in front of you, everything's fine. Okay, all right. Good to have you here, Helen. And Ken, a retired military man.
Right, Todd.
Now, I have to ask you this because they tell me that you work out on a speed bag. Is that true?
That's true.
Now, it's 2 with the right, 1 with the left, right? And you just keep going fast?
That's correct.
And you can get it going pretty quickly?
Backwards and forward.
Oh, wow. Okay. No need to get fancy on me here, Ken. I was just asking. All right. Well, it's good to have all 3 of you here. It's even better because we're going to play high rollers. Look at those chips up there. 20 of them. Underneath each chip is a pair of dice. They represent the values 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 10 sevens. Just stay away from a 7. Don't roll a 7. That's what we're looking to do. Let's give each of you $1,000. Al, how about you pick a chip and start the game?
Number 3, Todd.
Number 3 is all yours. We're going to light that chip up. Shake up those dice. Is it something other than a 7? Yes, it's 3. Very good. Now, when you avoid those 7s, you get $100. Plus, we add $1,000 to the money line and the value of the dice. The player that brings the last 2 numbers of the money line to 40 or higher wins this game and the money that's spelled out right there. Al, here's your $100. You're going to roll the dice again or pass the table over to Helen?
I'm going to pass to Helen.
All right, Helen, table's yours.
I'll try number 7, please.
Let's go with number 7. Is it something other than a 7? Ooh, no, there's our first 7 of the game. That's your first strike. Players, you get 3 strikes, you're out of the game. Ken.
Todd, I'll try number 15.
Let's go. Number 15. 37 away from the money. Is this something other than a 7? It is another 7. Ken, there's your first strike. Al.
I'm going to take number 9, Todd.
Okay, number 9. We've had 2 7s in a row. Hopefully we can put a stop to that right now. Do we? Yes, with an 8. Up to $3,011. We are now 29 away from the money. Al has yet to roll a 7. He has $1,200. What are you going to do now, sir?
I'm going to pass to Helen.
Okay, Helen, back to you.
I'll try number 17, Todd.
Number 17. Let's see if we can get you something, a nice high number up there. Is it something other than a 7? No. Helen's got her second strike in a row. Ken.
Todd, I'll try number 16.
16? Okay, let's go number 16. 29 away from the money. Does Ken bring us closer? Yes, he does with a 5. Up to $4,016. We are 24 away from that money now. Ken, you want to try and bring us even closer or pass it back to Al?
Pass back to Al.
All right, Al, who hasn't seen a 7 all day.
Number 12, Todd.
Number 12. Let's see if he can keep that streak going. Did he avoid the 7s once again? Yes, with snake eyes, up to $5,018. 22 away from the money. You could do this in 2 lucky rolls of the dice. Al, how lucky are you feeling? That's the question.
I'm going to pass to.
Okay. Now, Helen, you better get some luck going here because you've had 2 7s in a row. 1 more, you're out of the game.
Well, let's hope number 10 will do it.
All right. Let's hope number 10 keeps Helen in this game. Is she in or out? She is in with a 6. $6,024, the value of our game now. We are 16 away. Helen, what would you like to do? You going to roll the dice again or pass to Ken?
I'm going to pass.
Table's yours, Ken.
Okay, Todd, I'll take number 5.
Number 5. Light it up, shake it up. We're 16 away. Are we closer now? Ah, no. Ken's got his second strike. Al.
Number 20.
Our shooter, Al, wants number 20. He's never seen a 7, and he likes that. Did he stay away again? Yes, with a 10. Up to $7,034. Now, Al, you have no strikes. We are 6 away from that money. Question is, you going to press your luck and roll the dice again, or are you going to pass knowing Helen and Ken both get a shot at it?
I'm going to play.
You're going to play. Okay.
Number 8.
Number 8. Let's light it up, shake it up for Al. Does he bring that money home? It's a 9. Yes, he does. Helen, you will leave us with $1,100. Ken, $1,100 for you as well. Al, $8,043 for you and your wife Sharon to share. And you're 1 step closer to playing for $1 million. We'll be right back with 1 for the money right after this. This is
is a 7 on your side crime tracker alert. I'm Tom Crabtree. Spartanburg County deputies need your help tracking down a killer. 4 people were shot to death in this motorcycle shop on Paris Bridge Road outside Chesney. If you were in the area between 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock Thursday afternoon and saw anything suspicious, contact the sheriff's office at 596-2616. The number again, 596-2616. Stay with News Channel 7 for the latest on the 7 on your side crime tracker alert.
Hey, this is Todd, reminding you the players on stage aren't the only ones winning. Check out this week's home partners from your state. Each one could win up to $10,000. So, if you and a guest want the Vegas experience of a lifetime, featuring a luxurious suite at the world-class Venetian Hotel, then head on down to your favorite lottery retailer, pick up a game show instant ticket, and give it a scratch. Who knows? You might just become an instant millionaire.
It's already down the other end.
Drivers who want affordable minimum coverage have a new love in their lives. 1-800-SAFE-AUTO. Minimum coverage for minimum budgets.
You laughed it up with Courtney Thorne-Smith.
We are having a blast.
You built it up with Ty Pennington. Nice. Live it up with more of your favorite stars. Next, Allie and Jack, from the reality show Average Joe, the hilarious Kathy Griffin. Then,
Millionaire Week begins! And ladies, we've got a live one for you.
anything but your average Joes. Meet millionaire men searching for true love. Plus,
She's the makeup artist to the stars.
and she'll show you how to look like $1 million. Trish McAvoy's holiday beauty tips. Next, Allie and Jack.
Monday at 10 on News Channel 7.
What is the South Carolina School for the Deaf and Blind?
We're the only specialized school in South Carolina for students who are deaf, blind, or multisensory disabled.
It's very important to reach the children early.
My name is Sarah Fur, and I love this school.
We have programs for students from preschool to adulthood and outreach centers throughout the state.
The teachers have really good communication with me.
Helping sensory disabled students across the state reach maximum success.
Each of our remaining players has selected 2 cards. We've revealed one and rearranged the players from low card to high card. Only the player with the highest 2-card total stays in the game. We'll start with Pat from Kansas. Your second card is an ace for 14. Gary, you'll need an ace to take the lead. You've got a 7, not enough. Lori, you'll need an ace to take the lead. You've got an ace. You have the lead with 15. Chad, you'll need a 10 to take the lead. You've got a 9. You're in a tie. Ike, you'll need a 9 to take the lead. You've got a 9. You have the lead. Sheldon, you'll need a 9 to take the lead. You've got a 4. Sorry, Sheldon. Nancy, you'll need a 9 to take the lead. You've got a 6. That's not enough. Sorry, Nancy. Lauren, you'll need a 6 to win this game. You've got a 10. You did it. Lauren Nelson from Connecticut. You're in the game on Powerball Instant Millionaire.
Lauren is on his way to the stage now. It's a good time to remind you that every single player, even the ones that don't make it up on our stage, are winners here in Las Vegas. They all get at least $1,000. They get a trip for 2 to Las Vegas. They get picked up in a limousine, cruise up and down the Strip, dropped off here at the beautiful, beautiful Venetian with mini suites for everybody. It's just a great thing. It's nice, isn't it, Lauren?
Very good.
You having a good time?
Having a wonderful time.
What's your game out there in the casino? Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't want to stir up anything bad here.
That's for sure.
All right, well, let's see if we can turn your luck around here. What do you say? Take a look right up here, gentlemen. Over my right shoulder, we're going to hide those 5 Powerballs there. You've seen this game before. Your job is to find them. Whoever finds that 5th Powerball goes on to play for $1 million. Bobby, where do you think the first one is?
1.
Is that first Powerball underneath number 1? Let's find out. No. Bobby's got his first strike. Al.
10, Todd.
10. We are looking for the first Powerball. Could it be underneath number 10? No. Al's got his first strike. Lauren.
Give me number 4, please.
Happy to give you number 4, sir. Looking for the first Powerball. Is that where it is? No, everybody's got a strike. 3 strikes, you're out of the game. Let's go back to you, Bobby.
2.
Number 2 it is. Got to find a Powerball. Is this one? No. Bobby's got his second strike. Al.
7.
Number 7. Is there a Powerball under number 7? Yes, there's the first one. All right, Al. 4 more hiding up there somewhere. You going to look for the second one or pass over to Lauren?
I'm going to pass to Lauren.
Lauren, up to you.
Give me number 11, please.
Number 11 it is. 4 Powerballs remaining. Is there one there? No. Lauren has his second strike. Bobby, you must find a Powerball here or you are out of the running for $1 million.
Number 9.
Number 9. Is there a Powerball for for Bobby to keep him in? No. That's your third strike. You're out of the game, Bobby. Just between Delaware and Connecticut now. Al, find a Powerball for me.
5.
Is there a Powerball underneath number 5? Yes, there's the second one. All right, Al, we have 5 spaces remaining, 3 Powerballs up there. You have 1 strike. What are you going to do, sir?
I'm going to pass.
All right, Lauren, you must find a Powerball here, or Al is going to play for $1 million.
Give me number 3.
Number 3. Is Lauren in this game, or does Al play for $1 million? Al, look at you. Look at the look on his face. That was priceless. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, Lauren. We will take a short commercial break, come back, and Al is going to try to turn that $1,000 into $1 million. Don't you miss it.
News Channel 7 is on your side. In a special medical report on Alzheimer's, Pamela Graham showed you how the disease is robbing one family.
You know I love you.
Could soon become a noose around all South Carolinians.
The year 2000, there were close to 44,000 people suffering from some form of dementia.
The projection is by 2025 that number just about doubles. What is the state doing for that?
Medical reporting that keeps you informed and aware. News Channel 7, we're on your side.
You have a lot of great feelings when you buy a new car. But maybe the best one is relaxed. Ford Focus, now with 100,000-mile, 5-year powertrain coverage. And it comes with 0% financing for 72 months, or up to $3,750 cash back. Just so you won't feel like you're in too deep. Ford Focus, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Work outside the home or stay home with your kids?
I don't feel that you can drop your kids in some filthy daycare center and call yourself a parent.
Stay-at-home moms use the TV as babysitters.
It's a battle between moms.
I'm a role model for my son.
You don't think you can be a role model and stay at home?
What is that telling our girls? That all you're good for is going home?
Okay! I'll just leave it with y'all and check back later. Next, Dr. Phil.
Monday at 9 on News Channel 7.
There are people with a calling. Most serve 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks a year. Earning money for college. Protecting their community. In the Army National Guard, you can.
The Foothills Equestrian Nature Center and 6 Tryon area horse farms are offering a holiday barn tour, providing an exclusive look at some of the area's loveliest equestrian sites decorated with holiday cheer. The self-guided tour on December 6th includes the Motlow Creek Equestrian Center and Sovan Hill Stables, Fairview Farms, The Traces, Barking Fox Farm, and Spiegel Farm, where lunch will be available for purchase. Tickets are available at these locations, or you can order them online at www.fence.org.
Welcome back to Powerball Instant Millionaire. Al Simon has made his way to the final game here today. Now, you're playing for your wife, Sharon.
Yep.
You guys are representing the that would be Sharon yelling, yes, in the background, very loud. You're representing Delaware. Now, Sharon, I'm assuming, is pretty proud of you. You've already got 8,000 plus here.
Oh, yeah.
And we are going for $1 million. What's she going to do with the money, you said, when she...
I think she's got plans to, like, give it away to the rest of the family.
Well, there you go. You're up
Yeah.
here doing all the work, and
Yeah.
she's giving it out to everybody
That's
else.
fine with me.
Okay, good. You're a good man. Take a look right over there, Al. Let's have some fun here. We have placed $7 signs and 2 X's behind the letters in the word Powerball. Now, we'll take the $1,000 you just won, and for every dollar sign you find, we will double your money. Find all 7 of them without finding an X. You've got yourself your wife has herself $1 million, okay? The family, right. All right, we're going to hide the dollar signs. Board is ready. Al Simon, let's play Instant Millionaire. You've got $1,000. Let's turn it into 2. Pick a number. Pick a letter. I'm sorry.
W.
We will start with the W. Does that W turn $1,000 into $2,000? Yes. Got $2,000. Let's keep going. Pick another letter.
B.
The B. B as in boy?
Boy.
You've got the B. We will light it up. See if you just turn $2,000 into $4,000. Yes. $4,000. Let's do it again. Pick another letter.
R.
We will go with the R. See if Al just turned his $4,000 into $8,000. Yes. $8,000. Don't stop now, Al. Pick another letter.
P.
We're going to go up to the top of the word, the P. Let's light it up. Did you just turn $8,000 into $16,000? Ah! There's an X. $1 million is now out of play. You can walk away with $8,000, or you can continue to play on. We'll double your money for the dollar signs. We'll take away half should you find the other X. You want to stop here or keep going?
I'm playing.
Okay. Pick a letter.
L.
Which one would you like?
The last one.
Okay. The last L, please. Let's light it up. Is that L worth $16,000 or $4,000? $16,000. You have now entered the land of the double digits. You can stop right here, walk away with $16,000, divided equally amongst your family members. Or, if Sharon needs a little bit more, we can keep on playing. What are you going to do?
I'm going to play.
He's going to play. You have the O, the E, the A, and the L. 3 of those letters will double your money. What letter would you like?
O.
Let's go with the O. Is the O worth $32,000 or $8,000? $32,000. You can stop here, Al. 32 grand, or you can keep on going. 2 of those letters are worth $64,000. 1 of them would take you back to $16,000. What are you going to do?
I'm playing.
He's going. Which letter would you like?
I'll take the E.
Let's go with the E. Is the E worth $64,000 or $16,000? It's worth $64,000. So, Al, here we are. Yeah.
Al.
$64,000. You can stop right here, or folks playing the home game will see that Al is spelled out on our board here. You have the A and the L. Should you choose to play on, one of them is worth $128,000. The other one, take you back to $32,000. You going to keep going, or are you going to stop right here?
I'm going to keep going.
Okay, Al. Which has always been your favorite letter in your name?
Well, I'm about to find out.
That's right.
The L.
We're going to go with the L.
Yeah.
All right. Is the L worth $128,000 or $32,000? It's worth... Oh, gotcha. It's worth $32,000, but we're going to add your previous winnings. You got $40,043. Congratulations. Boy, you gave us a workout there. Woo. Sharon's happy. All right. Join us next time right here when another lucky lottery player like Al and Sharon trying to become an instant millionaire. We'll see you then, everybody. Bye-bye.
Stunning graphics that show you changing weather. That's Advantage TrueView, and only one station's got it. Get the Advantage. The Storm Team's 7 Advantage. Julie Phillips and Fred Cunningham, News Channel 7 Daybreak.
Was a farmer, had a dog, and
a farmer had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh,
What's happening?
It's okay. I just got a flat. No problem here, honey. Darn it. Honey, would you mind holding the light for a second?
Where are you? What happened?
His leg's been eaten off. It's in here! As tall as a house! We can...
Campbell goes for it over right guard, gets down to the 15-yard line, and that will be enough for a 1st and 10.
And now might be a good time to play action and try to get a touchdown here. You're in the red zone. You've run the football. If you play fake it to Carnell right here, you might spring somebody wide open in the end zone.
Thus far, we have had an error-free game. No turnovers by either team. Very few penalties. We've had 3 thus far. And a 1st down and 10 in a tie ball game, 4th quarter, in front of a crowd of 86,000 plus. That's the tight end. Cooper Wallace starts in motion. Here's the play fake. Goes deep right side. Stumble at the goal line. Incidental contact. Eric Oliver.
Yeah.
And Cole Bennett, the tight end.
And credit the Ole Miss defense for not getting fooled by the play action. They were all in position. Eric Oliver in good position. The ball a little bit low. And so it was a good idea to take a shot at the end zone, but Ole Miss was not fooled by the play action play.
Modest numbers for both quarterbacks. Not unexpected for Campbell. A little surprising for Manning. 2nd down, 10. Toss sweep. Right side, Cadillac Williams, hauled down. Jesse Mitchell, Charlie Anderson, numbers 95 and 85. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, what these defensive linemen for Ole Miss lack in bulk, they make up for in quickness. And a lot of times they can make plays and beat blocks just because they're quick. And they get into those gaps and into those holes because of their quickness. They play low, they keep their pads low, play with good leverage, and they make plays.
3 wides to the left side. 1 split wide right. That's Courtney Taylor. 3rd and 8 in a tie ball game. Campbell, quick setup, drills it right side. 1 hopper, incomplete. Field goal unit.
And that was a bad throw by Jason Campbell. I mean, it was a blitz, but it was going to be picked up. He didn't have to throw it in a hurry, and he rushed the throw and didn't make an accurate one. If you know your protection is going to pick up the pressure, then you can go ahead and take a good set
and make a strong throw. And that was not the case for Jason Campbell there.
Jeremy Wells will snap it. Justin Fetzko is the holder. And Philip Yost, who hit one from 30 earlier, will attempt his second from that distance to break the tie. Auburn back on top. So the Tigers answered quickly. And they're up by 3, 20-17.
Center is Wangler at the 45. He goes back. He's looking for a receiver. He throws downfield to Carter. Carter has it. Carter is down.
Pick your all-time Pontiac high-performance play at Pontiac.com/NCAA. You can also enter for a chance to win a new V8 Bonneville GXP and VIP access to the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl.
Here's the covering Michigan football. You cannot believe it.
Hello, everybody. I'm Tim Brando. Here's your Pontiac High Performance Update. For the first time in 27 games, Miami loses at home. And it's a 4th-and-1 play, an end around to Derek Tinsley. That's the difference as the Volunteers go on to win it 10-6. And Oklahoma hangs 77 on Texas A&M. Heisman Trophy candidate Jason White was 15 of 15 at one point en route to that victory. Elsewhere, Ohio State and Florida lay claim to first place. Joe Paterno loses for the 6th time in a row for the first time since 1931. And Notre Dame beats Navy for the 40th straight time. That's all for the Pontiac High Performance Update. Let's get you back to Ole Miss and Auburn.
Overhead view of Jordan-Hare Stadium. The stadium opened in 1939 with 7,500 seats. They're the lower part of the west bleachers. They added 21.5. It was named the Cliff Hare Stadium in honor of a member of the first football team in 1949, and then shook Jordan's name added in 1976 after he retired. Jordan-Hare Stadium, 86,000 watching this one. And here's the kickoff from Yost, gathered by Collins at the 1-yard line. Oh, good coverage. Ooh. Derek Graves, number 29. Let's go down to Jill Arrington.
Well, guys, you were talking about it on their last possession. It is absolutely remarkable that this Ole Miss offensive line is even on the field. They are very banged up at every single position. 2 starters out of the game. But the good news is Justin Sawyer, his x-ray came back negative, although he is in street clothes. Now, some of the guys are suffering from cramps. Bobby Harris, they've been icing his legs down the whole game to try to get him back on the field, but they're staying out there to protect Eli.
Bobby Harris back in the game now at left tackle. That means Woodruff can go back to the right side.
First down and 10. Manning sets up, pumps, pulls it back, and then throws it away. 2nd and 10.
Well, if you're Eli Manning, I mean, this is the situation that you want to be in. As a senior quarterback, you came back for your last year in order to get better as a quarterback, to enjoy the college experience, and to make a run at an SEC championship. And, you know, this game, as well as he's played in so many games, this now the biggest game of his Ole Miss career. And the game is kind of in his hands now with 10:33 left to go here at Auburn.
Quick pass, short at the 19-yard line, lost a yard. It will be 3rd and 11. Collins makes the catch. Karibi Dede, a freshman from Woodbridge, Ohio, made the tackle.
And interesting, Gene Chizik choosing to blitz on that 2nd down play. Only the 6th time today that they've blitzed Eli Manning. They have not been blitzing much on 3rd down. They've showed blitz, but they've been rushing 4 and dropping and having a lot of success when they play that kind of defense. Here it is again. They're all up there showing blitz. Chances are they're only rush 4.
Nope, they come this time. Manning has it knocked down.
Well, DeMarco McNeil was dropping in a zone blitz. He had an interception a couple of weeks ago. They did bring an extra linebacker, but they dropped the lineman out. Watch DeMarco McNeil is going to drop out of here as they bring a linebacker. So they rush one, and then they drop one out. They also brought Junior Rosegreens on the blitz, and DeMarco McNeil gets his hands on the football. Or his head. Or his face mask.
McNeil had that interception against Louisiana State. And now here's Ridgway to punt. Return is on all the way. It's a short punt. Off the side of his foot. My friend Pat Hayden would say right now,
thank you very much. That's right. You know, Cody Ridgway coming into the game averaging almost 45 yards a punt. It's a little different in the fourth quarter in front of 86,000 on the road with the SEC West title in the balance.
So, what you got for me? Please, that thing's a... Yeah. Where you get your numbers from? The sports section? But if it goes the other way, I'm going to dump it. Gotta go. Lily, I'm all done for the day. Can you come in here for a minute? Hi, Lily Bean.
Institutional strength trading, now available on your desktop. For as little as $8 per trade, Fidelity Active Trader Services delivers power, price, service, no compromises.
Time now for our Fidelity Investments scoring recap. Ole Miss got on the board first. Collins from 2 yards out, 7-0. Then Cadillac Williams from 4 tied it up at 7. Philip Yost authored a field goal of 30 yards, 10-7. And then Ole Miss came back as Mario Hill was on the receiving end of that pass. Then the big play of the game, a 68-yard touchdown on a tipped pass, Obamanu. We've had an exchange of field goals. Nichols tied it up from 42. Then Yost broke the tie from 30 yards away. And it is 20-17 in front of this crowd of 86,000. And this is the first time the CBS Sportsline stat of the game. Total yards this quarter, nothing for Ole Miss, 56 for Auburn. About to say this is the first time today that Auburn has began a drive in positive territory on the other side of the 50, the opponent's side. A 20-yard punt. And they have the ball at the 40-yard line.
Well, you're coming out of a timeout. I mean, now might be a good try to take a shot at something down the field. You've got momentum. You're on their side of the field. Corner blitz.
Yep. And wow, Cadillac Williams breaks the tackle.
See, that is not supposed to happen. You can't call a better defense than Chuck Drisback called. And there's a flag at the end of the play that might be a face mask tacked on top. But Carnell Williams has a knack for breaking tackles and making people miss. They run this running play right into a corner blitz and a guy unblocked.
On the defense, 5 yards at the end of the run, first down.
Take a look at Carnell. Now there's 2 guys unblocked. 1, 2, and he runs right by him, spins right out of him, and then Eric Oliver, who makes the tackle, is going to get called for the face mask penalty. But I mean, that's a play that should be about a 5-yard loss, and Carnell Williams, because of his knack for making people miss, turns it into a great run.
Cadillac Williams over 100 yards now. Ronnie Brown is in the backfield, number 23. Gets the handoff and the lead block and bounces it to the outside. Breaks a tackle. Powerful run, Ronnie Brown.
By far the best run of the day for Ronnie Brown. I just didn't think he looked explosive when he was in there earlier in the game, but he sure did on that play. Following the block of his fullback, Brandon Johnson, Cooper Wallace, the tight end, getting the block, and then power at the end of the run.
Chains will be brought out. The chain will be brought out. There's only one of them.
See, the other thing that you're thinking right now, if you're Hugh Null and the Auburn offensive staff, is, okay, we want to score, obviously. We'd love to tack on to our 3-point lead. But we also want to eat clock, because the best way to keep Eli from beating us is to keep him over there drinking Gatorade. Don't let him on the field. And so they want to score, but they kind of want to take their time doing it as well.
First and 10 after the measurement. For now, Manning can do aught but watch. Ole Miss has had the ball 5 minutes and 4 seconds longer than has Auburn. Brown, motion to the right side. Give it to the fullback. That's Jake Slaughter. Only the 7th carry for him this year. Let's go back to New York for a Pontiac High Performance update. Here's Tim.
Vern, you may recall this man, B.J. Simmons, put 661 yards on Ole Miss in a victory earlier in the year. Here he had 7 touchdowns. That's one of them to Mickey Peters. He's 32 for 47, 428 yards, 62-14, and Baylor has to play Oklahoma next week.
Oi. Oh, dear. Oklahoma laid 77 on Dennis Franchioni's team at Texas A&M today.
I don't think they call that defense the wrecking crew anymore down there either.
And here's Brown, caught from behind at the 15.
Now remember, the last time they were down here, they got a little bit sloppy at the end of possession, had to settle for a field goal. Now, they would really like to get a touchdown here, because I think if they have to settle for another field goal here, that really leaves the door open for Eli Manning and Ole Miss to win this game in the last 8 minutes.
3rd and 9. 3-point game at the moment, 7:45 to go. And an Auburn team that is 3 of 11 on 3rd down conversions. Campbell under his center, Danny Lindsay. They spread him out. He's got Ovomanu wide to the right. Ole Miss brings 5. Campbell has it knocked down, 4th down.
Boy, what an athletic play that time by Travis Johnson, number 25. He was the guy blitzing, and there was a guy blocking him, but not before he was able to jump in the air and knock that pass down. Watch Travis Johnson. He's going to come from this side of the screen. He's not in there yet. He's going to get picked up by Ronnie Brown, but not before he jumped and got his hands on the football. Really an athletic play by Travis Johnson.
32-yard field goal.
That's going to bring Philip Yost on for his 3rd attempt today. He's hit twice from 30. This one 2 yards longer. To extend the lead to 6 points. Oh, dear.
No.
He missed one at LSU. 35 yards. This one wide right all the way.
Good snap, good hold. Bad place for the football. Never had a shot. Well, that door is not only open now, it's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty well ajar.
You feel a breeze coming through. Out of the shotgun with 7:20 to go. Manning gets the snap. A safety valve pass to Turner, the running back. That doesn't get anything.
Boy, Auburn's defense, I mean, really, this second half has really played well. I mean, they are flying around. They are not giving Ole Miss much breathing room at all.
2nd and 11 at the 19.
Interesting note for Ole Miss, in games decided by 3 points or less this year, they're 3-0 in those games.
2nd and 11.
Crunch time. Look for Chris Collins to make a play.
Manning is being chased by Travis Williams, and again has to throw it intentionally beyond the bench. That's about 6 times today.
Yeah, and that's the 2nd time that they tried to get a pump fake and go out and up on Kevin Hobbs, the corner, but he didn't bite again. Archie, his sunglasses are gone, and he knows that it's getting tougher and tougher right now.
Mentioned at the outset of the afternoon, the last time Ole Miss was 5-0 in SEC play, Archie Manning was in the 9th grade in Drew, Mississippi. 1963. 3rd and 11. Blitz.
Yep.
Off the back foot, man open. Flowers has it.
Wow, what a catch.
Yes, it was.
He had to go up, and he knew he was going to get hit in the back by Carlos Rogers, but he stayed with it and made the catch. And watch Eli drop that ball right between the corner and the safety. And Flowers made the sure catch. Now, that was the 7th time that Ole Miss had a 3rd down and more than 10 yards to convert, and their 3rd conversion. What a huge one that was.
Bill Flowers took a shot in the back from Carlos Rogers, made the catch. He's got 4 in the ball game, a 16-yard pickup. Here comes the sweep, a great block from Townsend, but good pursuit, and the tackle made at the 40-yard line. Well, at the 4th quarter, Collins just missed. Had to settle for a field goal. That tied it up for the moment. And then at the other end, just a moment ago, Philip Yost missed from 32 yards out. That would have extended the lead.
And how big was that miss? Because now Ole Miss is not necessarily playing for a touchdown. They can play for a field goal with the idea of tying the game and possibly playing in overtime. We love overtime in the SEC. And on CBS as well. But that was big.
2nd and 5.
Good
3rd and 6.
Good defense.
Will Herring, number 35. Don Terrius Thomas, number 54.
Watch Don Terrius Thomas quickly, number 54. Reed, cut underneath, unblocked, and makes the hard hit right there at the line of scrimmage. That's a physical play by the middle linebacker, Don Terrius Thomas.
He is a young man of marvelous accomplishment. Already has his degree in management information systems and has just been awarded, as has Eli Manning, a postgraduate scholarship by the National Football Foundation and Hall of Fame. 3rd down. Here's Manning. He's got a man open. It's Townsend, the fullback. Here comes Junior Rosegreen at the 11-yard line.
Well, they really fooled him that time because, you know, it's 3rd down, and Auburn expecting him to throw to one of his wideouts, but watch the fullback slip out and go down the sidelines, and Travis Williams, number 51, is responsible for coverage. But he took a peek back at the quarterback, and when he did that, Townsend ran right by him, and Eli Manning hit him. They really fooled him by releasing the fullback instead of keeping him in to protect on the quarterback, and they got a huge play.
49 yards, 1st down, just inside the 12. Play fake, Buckles with the block, out of the backfield. Rosano down to the 3-yard line.
I think that was the first time, going back to that play right before this, that they free-released that fullback in a 3rd down situation, and it really caught the Auburn defense off guard.
Now this patched-up offensive line trying to provide the blocking now. 2nd and 2 at the 3. Tommy Tuberville with a look of concern. Ole Miss undefeated thus far. They've won 5. They trail by 3.
I'll say you run it 2 times here because you can get a 1st down inside the 2-yard line.
And off. They try to bounce it to the outside. Brandon Jacobs, number 27. That's going to bring up, well, let's see. Might have enough for the 1st.
I think that's going to give them a 1st down and 4 more cracks at it.
Yep, they're going to bring the chain out for the measurement. Well, the big play came on 3rd down, 49 yards. To the most unexpected player, Lorenzo Townsend, the fullback, who had 11 catches on the season coming into this ball game. He's caught 3 today.
Just short.
We had a lot of smidgens today. It's the 3rd one. This is before the play.
Yeah, that's John Latina with the white hat and David Cutcliffe with the red hat. You know, the funny thing is they're talking to each other on the headsets, and they're talking to each other standing next to each other. So it's kind of in stereo.
3rd and inches. 3:22. It skipped the 2. High formation. Quarterback sneak. Manning.
First down.
Yep.
Well, same scenario here now for Ole Miss with 3:05 and counting. You want to score, you want a touchdown rather than a field goal, and you want to eat as much of the clock as you can, although it's a little bit different because Auburn is not the same kind of offense as Ole Miss. It's not like they are one that you know, is going to throw the ball and do that 2-minute thing the same way that Ole Miss would do. But the less time that you leave them, the more of a panic you might put into Jason Campbell and the Auburn offense.
Auburn has 2 timeouts remaining. They had to use one as the play clock wound down earlier in this quarter. First and goal, I formation. Brandon Jacobs is the deep back in the I. Timeout. 2 minutes and 43 seconds to go. Auburn by 3.
Mom, Dad, this is Paolo. He's an exchange student.
Would you like something to drink?
Sit. Wow, look at that.
It's the Vega Theater.
Amazing.
It's a Grand Vega TV with a Vega engine.
Of course.
DVD dream system with progressive scan and digital surround sound.
Fantastico.
Lemonade?
Introducing the affordable Vega Theater from Sony.
Check that safe. Watch 26. It's short, too. Check out. Ready? Watch the over. Red. Yo's in motion. Hey, hey. Watch the ball. Gonna block.
Man, I thought you were gonna run.
While we were away, John Latino called his team over, and then as the offensive 11 came out, the entire 70-man roster of the Ole Miss Rebels gathered around. I'm not sure who signaled that they should come out, but all of a sudden there were 70 of them.
I think it was spontaneous. I don't think it was something designed.
Officially, this is the one. Power I set. Handoff, Brandon Jacobs. Touchdown. Ole Miss Rebels.
An impressive touchdown. The Auburn came out of the timeout. They tried to get their crowd into it for a goal line stand, and they just got pushed right back into their own end zone by the front of Ole Miss. This beat-up offensive line, they just knocked Auburn right back into the end zone and an easy touchdown for Jacobs.
Jonathan Nichols on for the extra point. This is really big.
Yes, sir, Reed.
There's the snap. The kick is up, and it is perfect. So that takes away the possibility of a tying field goal.
That's right. Auburn will have to play for a touchdown now.
David Cunningham, fifth-year coach. Archie Manning, Placid proud father.
When quality matters, reach out. On the wireless service America trusts. AT&T Wireless.
In 6 days, one movie will take America by storm. master and commander. Rated PG-13 in 6 days.
Take a trip back to Mayberry with Andy Griffith, Ron Howard, and Don Knotts.
They were the best years of my life.
A special Andy Griffith reunion, CBS Tuesday.
Here's the lineup tonight on CBS. Can a woman uncover her husband's darkest secrets and get even? When she discovers he lied about his past, find out on 48 Hours Investigates. That's followed by Hack and Saturday's #1 drama, The District. It's all here tonight on CBS, America's most watched network. Coming up next, time permitting, the Olympus College Football Today report with Tim and Spencer back in New York.
Boy, how big now the missed field goal by Philip Yost. I mean, first of all, that they don't get a touchdown in either one of those possessions, but then they missed the other one. And instead of being down 1 with a chance to win with a field goal, now they've got to score a touchdown. The field goal removed from the equation now with 2:38 left.
Lee Rogers with the kick, and this will be returned. Aaron Machado to the 18-yard line. Well, here was the missed field goal. Fetzko with a hold, and Yost from 32 yards out trying to draw it in, and it never moved. It started right and stayed there.
And that would have made it 23-17 had he made that. And instead, Ole Miss comes right down the field and takes a 4-point lead on the touchdown run.
1st and 10 at the 19. Campbell is 10 of 19 for 155 yards thus far. Goes deep left side. Obamanu is hit.
Nice catch.
Did he get out of bounds?
I think they said he bobbled it. I don't think he had possession when he got hit in the back by the defender. Travis Johnson was the guy in coverage and watches Obamanu has it, but as he comes down, oh, that's a catch. Man, oh man, that's as good of a catch as you can make. My goodness. That wasn't even close.
Well, the amazing thing is the official who made the call.
Is his foot out of bounds? I mean, is that the question? No, his foot is clearly in. I mean, I don't understand that call at all.
And the official was 5 yards away looking at his midsection. On 2nd and 10, left side. That catch is made up at the 28-yard line. Jarris McIntyre, number 81. Ole Miss came into this one 5-0 in conference play. First time since 63. LSU and Auburn trailing by 1. Then Arkansas, but how significant might this be if Ole Miss could win here for only the 2nd time? That was a first down.
Well, just a reminder, last week, when Ole Miss beat South Carolina, Dondrell Pinkins threw for 298 yards against this defense, and a good portion of that in the 4th quarter when they came back.
Campbell back, right side, sliding catch made inbounds at the 39-yard line by Jarris McIntyre.
Jason's got to get that pass up so that this guy can make the catch and get out of bounds. And now the bad news for him, his best receiver, McIntyre, just limped off the sidelines after that catch.
2nd and 2. Well, it is an Ole Miss defense that has been susceptible to big plays many, many times this year, most recently against South Carolina. Here comes the blitz. Campbell underneath, got him in open, heading right, gets a block from Cadillac Williams. Obamanu still on his feet.
What an effort by Obamanu. A perfect call. The wide receiver screen against the blitz. That was the first big thing. Nice call by Hugh Naw and Steve Ensminger to call that against the blitz. And then what an effort by Obamanu making the play go. Wide receiver screen, get some linemen downfield, and then tremendous individual effort by Ben Obamanu. Auburn with 2 timeouts. Lots of time here for the Tigers, and they have 2 timeouts left.
That was a 51-yard gain. Campbell from the spread. Looks right all the way, drills it out of bounds. McIntyre at the 5, stops the clock with 56 seconds to go.
I don't know if this is so much a prevent type defense by Ole Miss as much as it is kind of a tired defense by Ole Miss. I think it's more fatigue than it is strategy right here. They went after him with the blitz and got really burnt by that wide receiver screen.
2nd down and 5. Comes the blitz again. They hand it off to Cadillac Williams. Tries to stiff arm. Down inbounds, and the clock runs for the moment with 46 seconds to go.
Auburn's going to use one of their timeouts. Because Cadillac couldn't get it to the sideline, they're going to use one of their timeouts with 45 seconds left.
45 seconds to go. We'll be right back.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Shoot you right down over your feet.
Olympus brings you the incredible power of a 10x optical zoom. Get 10 times closer. Now that's a powerful zoom.
Zoom, 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 zoom.
The Ultra Zoom from Olympus, designed to do more.
Zoom, 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 zoom.
The NFL today checks out Tennessee's dominant defense. Plus, Deion Sanders returns to Dallas to check in with the resurgent Cowboys. Sunday on CBS.
Ole Miss and Auburn live from Jordan-Hare Stadium, Auburn, Alabama. 86,000 trying to simultaneously scream and hold their breath.
And Auburn faced with the same situation that Ole Miss had on their last scoring drive. They can get a first down without scoring a touchdown, but that first down marker is inside the 1-yard line. So they are 3rd and just about a full 3 yards for a first down and 3.5 yards for a touchdown.
Tigers will go with 2 men in the backfield, Ronnie Brown and Cadillac Williams. They've got Jarris McIntyre, Anthony Mix as 2 of the wideouts. Cooper Wallace, the tight end. There's Cadillac Williams, 3rd and 3 with 45 seconds to go, and the Tigers go from the spread.
This might still be a draw, though. I mean, it looks like a pass.
That's Brown in motion. Roll out to the right. Campbell being chased. Runs, hires it. Oh, my goodness! Dropped! Obamanu in his hands.